Well, hello, friends. It is me, back again with another humble monthly recap. This time for November, right before Thanksgiving. I'm a day late and always a dollar short. Without further ado, like always, let's go over the games for the month of November. Starting up, we have Hard Space, Shipbreaker. Now, I have actually heard quite a few about this game. Um, One of my friends, JP, which you've watched any of my multiplayer episodes, you know I play with him often, actually has this game and he's played it and he really enjoys it. You're basically just a salvager. That's pretty much it. You go out and you salvage ships. It says we offer you the privilege of helping turn humanity's past into its future by salvaging ships in zero G. Each one is a puzzle, and how you solve it is up to you. Carve your way in, salvage everything, and maximize your profit. So, yeah, the basis of this game is just you go in and you salvage, you get more money, you sell stuff, you buy new equipment, and you kind of keep going. So, the physics in the game is actually really interesting. I have played many games kind of like the physics in this. Some of the spacefaring games are actually pretty cool. Um, but this one seems, I don't know, unnecessarily aggressive in my opinion. Just it doesn't have a stop. All you're doing is paying back like a stipend that you have, and I don't know even how long that would take. But you get more and more ships to salvage and destroy and try to save up money for, and so on and so forth. I would think it'd be an interesting sort of time waster, kind of a calming game, even at that, because yeah, it may have some puzzle like features and explosions and stuff. It's still kind of just you know, take stuff down, throw it in a pile. Next up, we have 2K23. It's the WWE for this year's 23 game. As we all know, these are games that are basically the same over and over and over again, just with kind of better graphics, a little bit different stuff. You know, they did. I guess they did add Stone Cold back in there, Ronda Rousey, some of the older characters and stuff like that. John Cena, that's Brock Lesnar. I'm not a big wrestling fan. I used to be a long time ago, but this one is supposed to be really good. Probably one of the better ones in the series. And I mean, 81% positive rating on Steam right now is not bad. If this is something that is up your alley, hey, you're already making bank. $60 value game, already good. Next up, we have Unpacking. Now, this is a game I already own in many different ways. The game in itself is, again, kind of a puzzle game, kind of a relaxation game, kind of just a pick up and play and kind of go at your own leisure. The idea is you're just unpacking into a new place. And everything is kind of a puzzle to put things where they kind of belong, make it look good. As long as you can get everything out of the boxes and you can kind of finish your unpacking. But I'll read the synopsis just for you. Unpacking is a Zen game about the familiar experience of pulling possessions out of boxes and fitting them into a new home. Part block fitting puzzle, part home decoration, you are invited to create a satisfying living space while learning clues about the life you're unpacking. Over the course of the 8 house moves, wow, 8, you are given a chance to experience a sense of intimacy with a character you never see and a story you're never told. So if it's a really, it's a Zen type game. It's a relaxing game. Pretty much all you're doing is just unpacking in different things in different ways. Next up, we have Friends versus Friends. Oh, wow. Must be redeemed by December 3rd. I don't think I've actually even heard about this one, but it looks to be a multiplayer chaotic shooter. So play 1v1 or 2v2 in online fast-paced chaotic combat. Gain player levels, get new cards, improve the ones you already have, and get to know an array of eclectic characters with their own unique passive skills. The best part, at this price, you can invite all of your friends to get wrecked, guilt-free. It's a $10 game on here, obviously. It seems to be, it's made by, it's produced, I guess, by Humble Choice. That's interesting that it's a card-based system, but it's first-person combat. Huh. Alright. Friends versus Friends. Matchmake with players worldwide in 1v1 or 2v2 combat, or host private matches with your friends. Need support? Invite your friends to spectate. A game with character. Choose from a stylish cast of characters, each with their own abilities that improve the synergies of your deck. Low price plus high quality? How? In order to keep the crew together, we made sure to level the playing field on cost, so jumping in is a big brain move. Progress to impress. Level up and get new cards through match bouts and time challenges. Stack your deck, collect weapon, trap, and curse cards. Then level them up to increase their power. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Huh. Never heard about that, and it has an interesting sort of... And how many times have I said interesting within the last 5 minutes? Whatever. If you have friends, you want to play, well, this might be something up your alley. Next up, we have Proteus. Proteus is a first-person shooter of old, reimagined using modern rendering techniques and technology. Experience the quality you'd expect from a modern AAA game designed with retro aesthetics and gameplay that invoke the tech-imposed limits of older hardware. The game features a handcrafted campaign from industry first-person shooter veterans, co-op and competitive multiplayer, drawing on classic modes, a fully integrated level editor, and a built-in community map browser for instantaneous action with nearly limitless levels to play. So it's a boomer shooter. That's it, like Quake and Doom and stuff like that. It's basically all it is. But it's been kind of up-rendered to give you better graphics and things like that. Alright. I prefer games like this with a story mode because I'm not a multiplayer type of guy. But you can also have your own level editor too, which is kind of cool. Making a community crafted level and just kind of playing it out with your friends and stuff. Alright. Next up, we have The Legend of Tiang Ding. So I have actually heard about this, right? It's been on my radar, but I never really picked it up. It's got a really interesting cartoony style, but it is actually based on a real individual. Loosely based, you know. It says, play as Liao Tangding, a.k.a. Liao Tomting. I don't know how, I'm not Taiwanese. I'm about as wide as it can be. Vigilante of Taipei City and wanted by the colonial Japanese authorities. Rob the rich, feed the poor, and fight for justice in the streets of early 20th century Taipei as Taiwan's legendary outlaw. Based on real events, real people, and real situations, The Legend of Tianding is an exploration of a place and time often overlooked and presented in the style of traditional Chinese manga. It is supposed to be kind of like a fighting game. And you're obviously using Chinese martial arts. So, battle the colonial authorities in a style with a tanto, waist sash, and fast-paced kung fu, and a tightly turned technical combat. In tightly tuned technical combat. Now, say that 5 times fast. Execute advanced aerial combos, steal weapons from your enemies, use your waist sash and grappling hook to fly around the battlefield, and strike fear into the hearts of your oppressors. Take on incredible bosses like deadly courtesans, greedy businessmen, and even military leaders, each one guaranteed to challenge you with the dynamic abilities and brutal attacks. So, yeah, it is like a 2D side scroller, but it also does itself as like a fighting game. Boss rush mode, interesting, nice, nice. Leaderboards, and you have 4 color cards. It's a board game. Huh. Now, my question is it in English? I hope so. Obviously, if it wasn't, yeah, it looks like there is an English translation. I recently bought a game that I thought was going to be really good. Has really good graphics, interesting, really kind of cool. I need to stop saying interesting. Just please don't. I'm tired. Okay, just let me have this win. And I come to buy it. It's in early access, and it doesn't even have an English translation. But for the full release, it's supposed to. So hopefully, I'll play that on the full release. Next up, we have SCP Secret Files. I believe I actually do have this one as well. I just can't remember. What if we told you there's another side to the world, that the established order of our existence is under constant threat from an unknowable number of horrifying abominations? Most of humanity has never encountered these anomalies. A creature that kills anyone who sees its face? A cult capable of causing worldwide disasters? Everyday objects that take on otherworldly powers and other monstrosities beyond our comprehension. Standing between them and us, mere mortals, lies humanity's last line of defense. A mysterious global organization committed to secure, contain, and protect. Meet the SCP Foundation. Your roles. Rookie researcher Carl, a new employee at the SCP Foundation, is assigned to help organize some of the Foundation's top secret files. However, something inexplicable happens while he is browsing the archives. Carl's perception of the world gradually changes, and even his psyche becomes seriously affected. Can you retain your grasp on sanity after experiencing these anomalies? So there are varying different stories here. So, SCP Secret Files offers a diverse range of gameplay experiences. Investigate a mysterious hydroelectric power plant, immerse yourself in an uplifting fable, or delve into a bizarre retro-inspired world. Each story introduces its own tone, mechanics, and cast of characters. So it looks like you have 5 different settings. It's kind of horror-esque. Each one is sort of in the macabre area. So, SCP has always been a great thing. I mean, look at Alan Wake right now and Control. Those are still, I would say those are kind of SCP related as well. Looks like last up, it is Soldiers, but spelled with soul? Okay, everybody gave it pretty good. While out fighting for the glory of your kingdom, you and your fellow soldiers are whisked away to Terra Gaia, a mythical land on the fringes of the afterlife. Your task is to locate the Guardian and move on to the next world. The hitch? You and your compatriots never actually died. Battle your way to the heart of the mystery, outwit cunning enemies, solve nefarious puzzles, upgrade your character, and explore every corner of a dazzling, intricate 16-bit world. Soldiers is a handcrafted retro epic for the ages. So, is, like, I don't know, is it a platformer? 2D platformer, maybe? Yeah, it looks that way. Looks like a platformer. With many different characters, it looks like. Crippling melee combat. Slash, parry, and dodge your way through an ever-evolving roster of enemies, upgrading your skills and equipment to find a combat style that's perfect for you. An interconnected world, discovering sprawling handcrafted landscape filled with treasures, tough as nails, bosses, and secret pathways. 16-bit sensation. Terra Gaia comes to life with vibrant world-class pixel art packed to the brim with details. Smart moves. Solve environmental puzzles and leap from place to place using an ever-expanding move set. Yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know if it's going to be as good as like Rogue Legacy and stuff like that, but I mean, still, um, a lot of these are still going to be cost effective. So that looks to be all the games for November, but our extras are some sort of DC comic generic and a season pass for WWE 2K23. Yep. Always get if you have the membership, which I do, you get a discount on everything that you buy in store. Oh, Child's Play. Okay, Child's Play is something I actually know a little bit about. They're run by the Penny Arcade guys, I believe, or at least they're a part of them. Child's Play Charity is an organization devoted to improving the lives of children and teen patients by delivering therapeutic games and technology directly to pediatric hospitals, funded through direct endowments by the gaming community, which is true. All of this is true. So there you go, guys. That is the games for November. Let me know what games you're looking forward to playing, if you're playing any of them at all, which ones you'd like to see played, or what games you'd hope to see in the next one. But until then, guys, be kind to each other. I'll see you in the next one.